right. Hey guys, I'm just going to do a quick video. You'll probably see my glare in the background there, but I'm going to use Brother Rob's copyright disclaimer. So let me play this first before I go into the next video.
7 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
All right. So let's talk about a visit to the White House. Okay. Your favorite pastor, apostle, prophet, liar, allegedly, mentioned that he got to visit the White House. So let's hear what his story is. And then let's look at some other evidences, things that I would like for you to consider to test what he is saying. Okay. So let's hear him. By the way, this is from this past Sunday. It was sent to me. So thank you to fellow researcher and friend who sent this to me, because I don't watch the sermons anymore. So
gullible. I'm like, that's spam. Put that in the spam folder. Literally, I'm telling her, like, I didn't get no one back to the White House. They're going to email me. And she's like, no. She's like, Mike, seriously, I vetted it. This is like for you. You really got invited to the White House. You should go. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. So I show up with my family to the White House. And this just happened last week. We took a train from New York City to DC. And when we got to the White House, it's just so crazy to be greeted by a Secret Service agent. And it was like, hey, I'm starting a program, and we are bringing in men and women of God to pray through the White House. And we want you to intercede and pray through the White House. So I got pictures of me in Abraham Lincoln's dining room, literally putting my hand out, praying and interceding. I got pictures of me. This is where, this is the sword that was commissioned to George Washington, this. And I'm thinking to myself, man, how did I go from from our little tin trailer to the White House? This is crazy. And by the way, the anointing was strong. And walking through there, just like meditating on the word, meditating on God's Spirit, just praying through it. And then all of a sudden, you guys remember before the election, I preached that sermon, the elephant, the donkey, or the dove. You guys remember that? And then with that next week, it ended up getting picked up by news media and kind of went viral. So I go to the last hallway, and I'm walking down this last hallway before I leave the White House. And for the holidays, they decorated the whole thing, and the whole ceiling is decked out in doves. And it's like, look, remember your sermon, the donkey, the elephant, and the dove? Look, it's the doves. So they have doves all throughout the White House. So I'm praying, then we leave, and right in front of the White House, I'm like,
all right. So some things to consider. Okay. Again, thank you to my fellow researcher who was able to guide us in the right direction. So here we go. So this is the White House. Here's the doves that Signorelli was talking about. And what is this? So every year, let me scroll down. They decorate the White House, and you can actually sign up for a self-guided tour. Okay. So this is pictures. You can go onto the website, whitehouse.gov/holidays 2024. Okay. And if you go through it, you'll see all the pictures, what the East Wing looks like. You'll see what the Gold Star tree looks like. You'll see what the East Colonnade look like. You'll see what the library looks like. You'll see what the Vermeil room looks like. Okay, so you'll see what all of the rooms in the White House looks like during this time. Okay, so this is the White House Christmas tour. Okay, and this goes on between December 5th to December 24th. Okay. You sign up for it in advance. So it says you can view the White House Christmas decorations in December by signing up in advance for a White House tour. These tours are popular, so sooner you submit your request, the better chance you will have to tour the White House with this holiday season. You can submit a White House tour up to 90 days in advance. Okay. Every year, the White House invites special groups to attend one of many holiday open house events. Last year, the holiday open houses were held December 5th to December 24th. Holiday themed entertainers, musical groups, school bands, and choirs performed for guests during the White House open houses. Many volunteers are needed to help out with this event. Okay? So if you just took his words for what they were and was like, wow, that is amazing. My pastor got to go to the White House and he was selected and he got to pray and he got to stand next to the Secret Service and saw tears coming down his eyes. Okay, so he was probably on a tour. Okay, he was probably selected. He probably submitted a request to go to the tour, and there is a process for it. They also do the National Christmas Tree Lighting Ceremony. Took place on December 5th. These were free tickets available online, and you see here there is an online lottery. Starts in October. Okay, so this happens every year. Okay. So further research, one second. What is this? Okay. So let's see. White House tour. One second. Let's go to how do you get chosen and what is the process? Okay. So let's go up here. Sign up in advance. Okay. White House tour tickets. Okay. First come, first serve. Okay, so let's see here. Sometime after you submit your tour request through your congregational office, you will receive an email from the White House with a link to submit your security information. Be sure to do so by the deadline. You will be notified of the status 2 to 3 weeks prior to your requested tour date. Okay, this is all the information for the self-guided tours. Okay, you could take White House photos of the tour. Again, it's a self-guided tour. Okay, so let's go back to the Christmas. Okay, let's see here. Is there more information down here? So in order to get selected, you must sign up in advance. Okay. You must follow, let's see, request. Okay. White House tours are scheduled on a first come, first serve basis, like we read before, and submitted 90 days in advance. The minimum time is 21 days in advance, but the sooner the better. Okay. Again, sometime after you submit your tour request through the congregational office, you will receive an email from the White House with a link to submit your security information. These self-guided tours are available, and it says the dates and time. Now, I got this through clicking on the Christmas portion of the White House website. Okay. There's the whole dove thing here. Okay. So we would like to see, since it was offered, or since this story about going to the White House, receiving an email was told to the congregation and posted live on YouTube, we would like to see your invite. We would like to see if you received a letter stating that you were the only one chosen, or you were chosen among many others. What is the evidence that you are so special that no one else could get it outside of you being selected out of a lottery? Okay. This is the same thing that was done. You see here, Christmas tours. If you click on Christmas tours, I think it guides us to the same section here. So this is the same thing that was done when he mentioned that he was invited to the mayor of New York City's house. He was invited, I guess, 2 times. I was able to find through the grapevine that one of those occasions at least can be confirmed that other pastors within New York City, or faith leaders within New York City, was also invited on the same day that Signorelli was invited. So again, this is a short video just to show you guys, unless proven otherwise, it really was nothing special. You could probably put in your own, well, it's probably more than 90 days, so you probably wouldn't be able to do so now. But you can submit a request to do one of these holiday Christmas tours. Here you can even download a booklet for visitors for the official White House guide. You can scroll through the booklet. So yeah, so just some things to, again, when you hear these stories, it's just so important that if they're not going to provide proof or evidence of their specific invite, the details of it, and be able to provide the evidence for it, I would say start searching on the internet and find out, okay, what happened at the White House that anyone, not just this person, but anyone would be invited to the White House or New York City or any other governmental office where they said that they were invited. What is going on in that state or in that location where people may have been invited to a specific event, and what were the details? And you might find that it really wasn't as special as you're being led to. Again, test everything that you are hearing, especially stories, because they're building their ministries on these wonderful stories that they were the only one chosen. Like, for example, Josh Hamstra went to Israel. I did a video on that, and we were able to show that he was on a tour. So you guys, you got to test everything that you're hearing, because it's easy to be, deceived. Even now, even as I'm showing you on the White House website, go look for yourself, and test it. Can you check the White House? Now that I don't know. I don't know, Charlie, if you would be able to do that. Who would want to go to the White House during this? Okay. Well, if anyone supported, well, I'm not here to talk about that type of thing. I just want people to see. They heard the story about being invited to the White House in the email that they received, and we know now that you can submit a request at least 90 days prior to wanting the self-tour, and also the process of being of receiving a letter saying yes, you are invited to the White House. All right, so have a wonderful night, you guys. Test everything that you hear. All right.